Hi, this is Danny Gans from Skuid. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to build an app in Skuid that seamlessly displays data from multiple systems, in this case Salesforce and SAP, on the same screen. Something that's traditionally a frustrating challenge for many companies, but not with Skuid. You'll see how Skuid can create unified and engaging user experiences regardless of the systems that the end users need to work with. Skuid is a no-code drag and drop transformation platform that allows you to combine data from multiple sources within your org to create applications, pages, and reports tailored to your business needs. Here's a preview of what we're going to be building. You'll see a list of accounts on the left-hand side coming from SAP. And when you select one, it'll bring a 360-degree overview of that account with data from SAP, here shown in blue, showing historical sales as one axis of the chart and then detailed as a table on its own tab. It's also going to bring in a number of Salesforce objects. First, opportunities data is going to populate the right side of the chart, and then it will also have a tab. And then high-level account data from the account object, along with related contacts, will also be displayed. All of this data from all objects across those systems in a clean, intuitive interface, allowing not only for viewing, but also interaction, so you can update and create. So let's take a look at how we can achieve this, all without writing a single line of code, without storing any data or relying on ETL. And again, we'll see if we can do this in under 5 minutes. Okay, so we're going to start out in the Skuid Composer where we see our components that we're going to use to build the page here down in this palette area. And we do this by just dragging and dropping. So I want a grid with two responsive divisions. One I want to fit to the content within. I want this to be a queue to show that list of accounts that I'm going to be pulling from SAP HANA. We want this to say select an account. And we want the name here to come from SAP and be the company name. And then we want to create some interactions. So when you click one, we want it to do a couple things. We want it first to show a message and shut down the page from any interactions. So we want to say loading account details. And then we want to add some more accounts. So first thing we want to do is make sure that all of the models are joined together. So we have a way of tying those fields together where we're just going to go through and activate these different models, which are the different data sources in our systems that we're using today, and join them by their names. So just think about how long this would take with traditional code. It's something that is definitely possible, but it's really, really time consuming. And Skuid makes it incredibly easy. And it's something that you don't need a specialized skill set for. You can have a business user learn to use Skuid very easily because there's no code required. I do not know how to write code myself, and I can make some really beautiful pages here in Skuid, as you'll see. All right, so now that we've got all of those put together, the next thing we want to do is query those models to grab the data. So we're going to select all of them except that initial one because we've already got that. And the last thing we're going to do is unblock the UI. And then once we click on the names of the accounts, we actually want it to pull up the information on the right side of that page. So we're going to have a couple components here. So we're going to have the page title, and then we're going to have a form with some details about the account. In the field editor, we're going to have a table of contact information, and then down below, we're going to have a tab set. So we'll start building all of this right now. So we want this to show Salesforce account data. So this is account details for whatever was just selected. And then on this field editor, section A, we're going to just have overview information. Section B, we're going to have details. This is also coming from the Salesforce accounts object. And we want to show over here account name, annual revenue, owner. And then on this details side, we want to show a couple more fields. We want industry and number of employees and number of locations. So that's it. We've got that information from the accounts object. Now we want related contact information. I'm going to show this as a table here. And from the contacts object, I want to bring in first name, last name, title, department, and email. And now the next thing we're going to do is just start building out the tabs down at the bottom. The first one was displaying a chart. So now we'll just drag this chart down here and we'll start defining it. So it's going to be a spline chart. This is going to be working with SAP data. This is going to be sales and ops. The axis is going to be history, the date that was created, initially by quarter, and then we can also just really quickly look at it by week, month, or year. And now we're just going to add a couple series of data to it. So this is going to come from SAP. It's going to look at the sum of the gross amount over time. And the next is going to look at Salesforce open opportunities summed up over time by the amount. And this we are actually going to display as a column chart. So now we've got our chart built and we just want to build out our other two tabs. The first tab was going to be sales orders details, and we wanted that to be a table. And so we want to look at our SAP data. We want this to be read-only. We don't want to change any of this data. And from SAP, we're going to ask it to bring in order ID, created date, net and gross amount, and the billing status. All right, the next tab, we just want to make ops details. All right, and this is going to be another table, but this is going to be pointed to open opportunities. We're going to add some fields to it. And from here, we want the name, the stage, the type, close date, and created date. Excellent. So we've built our page. Let's take a look at it. So I'm going to save it and preview it. And it's that easy. Here we've got our chart showing SAP data on the left-hand side. We've got future opportunity data as columns on the right-hand side. We can very easily look at this by a different time horizon. We've got account details up top. We've got the related contacts for these accounts here. And if I were to choose another account, it will update responsively. Now, just a couple other things that I'm able to do. I can go in and check the sales orders from SAP. And remember, we told those to be read-only, so I can't edit these. If I go over to my opportunities from Salesforce, however, I can click in, edit these in line. I could go ahead and create a new one in line that would write back to Salesforce. And I can even mass update. So let's say I wanted to change the opportunity type for all of these. I can very easily do that. And I could even mass delete, which is available as well out of the box. So that's it. In about 5 minutes, we've created an enterprise-grade application to manage both Salesforce opportunities and SAP sales data side by side on the same screen. No testing or QA required, it just works. And we aren't storing any of the data, so it's secure where it lies, and we inherit your security and permissions. So you've just witnessed the speed of creation, but it's just as quick to iterate. So you get some feedback from your users, great, go in and make a quick change. No need to compete for your development team's time and get on their backlog. Business users can even make these changes. So I hope you've liked what you've seen, and we'd love to show you more. So if you want to learn more, you can go to skuid.com or just reach out directly to me at danny.gans@skuid.com. Thank you so much for watching.